Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas. And of course, we didn't get to announce this show, but that's okay. And I have with me a regular guest on my show, and we always have fun when I have Drake Bailey on. Hi, Drake.
How do everybody? I have a tendency to pick on Gail to the point where she loses control of her laughter and go, oh, there's some people up there, somebody up there.
All
Somebody says
right.
aloha.
Aloha. I
I
bet
wonder if that
that's
means they're in
I bet
Hawaii.
that's David Anthony. Hi, David. Welcome,
It
welcome.
is. Oh boy,
Oh, and
here they
Lucy.
come. They got they found out.
Cheers from
Oh,
Ontario, Canada. Yay.
yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, like I said, we didn't get to announce this one because we've been so busy, but oh, we got a question already. How do we transition to the 50 Republic state? 50
Yeah, that's pretty
the
simple, really.
constitutional republic, yeah.
Well, I went through the process, and the process has been completed. It's already registered in The Hague, and the neat part about it is that each individual state is a nation state. It was called the Nation States Project, and what we did was we did the paperwork and sent it to The Hague, and The Hague registered it into the family services area so that um, the thing can be official on a worldwide basis, which means that the lowly state of West Virginia or Arizona or whatever doesn't have to be a part of the, and I quote this loosely, union. It can go outside the union. Any state that has legal problems with the federal government should seriously consider exercising the rights that we gave them on the Nation States Project for the simple fact that it overrules the federal government. Whereas the opposite was to the Fed was up here and we was down here. The people was even lower than that. There, it was an awful mess. Anyway, so far to date, anyway, nobody has exercised that. What do we got here?
Oh, that's oh.
Where's the dot collector?
Thank you, Maggie.
Right.
Oh, that connector couldn't make it, or she might come in late. That's possible. She
Uh,
might come in late. She had to take on some extra work, just like I do every once in a while, and so that's what's going on. Here's somebody asking you a question. Should we take it, Drake? You want to take this
I
question?
don't care. What do you got?
This is what I got. Drake, did you hear anything about Trudeau? Will he be charged? He has a court hearing in September.
I think he'd be charged. I think he'd be removed from office, among other things. Um, Trudeau has turned fascist, and I don't go well with people that are free. And most of the Canadians consider themselves free.
Yay. Just like most Americans, but they still
Yeah,
seem to
we
like
we
Canada.
think we're free too. Right up until you go head to head with somebody that has an army behind and a whole bunch of
Yeah.
wits on certain things. Kent is claiming Simon Parks isn't Gitmo. Charlie Ward was shot and killed trying to evade arrest. Any truth?
I heard that too, Drake. I did. I heard that from someone else. So
I
it's
keep
interesting.
hearing here. Okay, let me dispel a whole bunch of horse pucky before we get to playing horse hockey. Now, if you don't know what horse hockey is, it's real simple. You walk down a country road until you find a pile of horse stuff,
Here we
and
go.
you'll find, and they are a little round thing. And if you take a board or a stick or something and smack on it until it gets flat and round, you got a puck. That's where horse pucky comes from. Now, you want a lot of horse pucky? Listen to the internet. It's full of horse pucky, just like you. It brims with the stuff. if you can't tread, and I don't mean water, if you can't tread it, you're going to be in trouble. 99% of the stuff on that uh, funky little thing we call the internet, um,
Well,
the it's going to get it ain't you ain't going to be in a good place. Put it that way, huh?
why don't we just say it's a double edged sword? I mean, there's a lot of good that you can get on the internet because it's from it's a library versus.
You're going to hear outlandish, crazy crap, and that's what you're playing horse hockey with.
So, what are you advocating then? People don't read,
I'm
people
telling you,
don't do
there are
research, or
certain,
people don't do anything because
I
what's the
didn't
point?
say that at
Well,
all.
then
I
why?
just
Then
said
I
that
just said it was a
there's a
library, and
whole
you
lot
said
of
no.
horse hockey going on, and the horse hockey is getting deeper as we get closer. That's all. Use your discernment. You can tell by the smell as to what it is.
Oh, because technically they're putting out even more of it than usual, is what you're saying.
Nah, there you go. That's all I'm saying. It's just,
Alrighty then. Now I get it.
they want to fill up the swimming pool with little brown things floating in the water.
Okay, here's the thing, Drake. You have authorization at this point to release the intel from 29 Palms, California. It's a go. What's that all
Uh,
about?
yeah, they've been fully activated and they're in the process of putting the ammo and fueling up and getting ready to boogie. That's what's going on today. Okay. Tomorrow they'll be on the road.
Okay, here's another one for you. Drake, what's your thoughts on Alex Jones on court again?
I think Alex Jones stepped in it, and he needs to realize the fact that he's not immune to a whole bunch of this stuff. Like some people have acted like they're immune, and they didn't get away with it.
They
So
found out they weren't immune.
exactly, and what you have to understand is that you're in when you volunteer yourself into something, it's not easy to get out of it. Just that simple, not complicated.
Okay, here's another one for you then. Is humanity on track for transition by October 3rd per Patty? Your updates recently.
Yes, I've been
Well, yeah, well,
I've been contacting some people that are in the know that are upstairs, and they keep reaffirming, and I say that's fine, thank you. I got tons of people asking me because they're anxious and excited, like a little kid getting ready to open that humongous box under the Christmas tree.
I just don't like to get people excited about a date because that just always it just never works out. It never goes well. It seems.
Well, ET is gonna come down with both Gestapo boots. You'll see what I mean when it happens. Things I talked about with David Wilcock was uh, ahead of its time. It's happening now instead of back then.
Yeah.
So, what can I say? Uh,
You were. It was just the wrong timeline.
yeah.
Put together.
Well, it wasn't a come on. I wasn't trying to build an audience. I wasn't trying to be all that or get ahead of things. But
Any time
yes.
is on the emergency broadcast system. We've been hearing about this for the last couple years, and it still hasn't happened.
And the bell will go ding, 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 ding. And then you'll know whether or not you made or missed that trolley. Um, you ain't gonna miss this. This is gonna be on every broadcast channel.
And it really is going to happen, huh? This isn't
Well,
going by golf.
they don't have a choice. Many of the oligarchs are tired of throwing money away in terms of mainstream media that doesn't isn't producing anything, and that's just how they're looking at it all. So consequently, they're not happy with the idea of throwing good money after bad. Just why do that? And just like anybody, you got a little money, a little cash left. What do you do with it? Well, I could spend it on this or that or something else, or I could just leave it alone. Well, My advice is to take all your money out of the banking system, because the banking system is due to be superseded by the quantum system.
Yeah, and during that transition period, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get a hold of any kind of
Yep.
funds.
Now here, they've been saying 10 days. I'm going to tell you that that's not quite correct. What is correct is very simple. It takes about 2.5 days to shut down his banking system. It takes about 3 days to reconfigure it, and it takes another 2.5 days to put it back up again. So you got about a week, pretty much.
Well, anybody can get through a week without funds, really, usually. It might not be fun or
That's,
comfortable,
that's,
but
that's why I say right now, if you got money in the bank, take the money out of the bank. You gotta leave some in there so that your account is open, so that you don't lose everything, access and all that, because you may need it. If you need to transfer the ownership of your home, an open bank account helps, and that's coming too.
okay, Drake, are the rods of gods being going to be used to destroy 34 satanic buildings?
Yes, and you never have seen anything quite like this. That's a very specialized. It's a combination of real and let's see, spiritual weapons in such a configuration. There's nothing that can resist it.
Everybody always wants to know when.
Well, when it's time. I don't ring that. That ain't my birthday bell to go ringy dingy 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 clunk clunk. The
That's a good answer. I'm going to remember
big
that
the
one,
big
Drake.
guy that's in charge of it all. He's the one that goes ding ding ding.
Alrighty then. And he
34.
and he's on our side. And somebody actually. Oh well, I don't even want to bring that up. Okay. Yeah, I can put it back.
Altogether, there's going to be several thousand buildings destroyed. In other words, when they destroy a building, they're talking about the complex. They're talking about all of the branch offices and stuff. Like a bank. Oh,
Let's see what do I got here. Question. I stopped watching Corey Good. I started watching him again. What do you think about him now? Do you think he's, in other words, do you think he's truthful, Drake, or illusionary?
I think that in some ways he's right on. In other ways, he ain't. So that's a bit variable.
That's funny that you say that because I've heard the same thing. Because for a while I was told that he was bad and he wasn't. You shouldn't listen
He
to
is
him or
back.
whatever.
You
And
talking
then
about
all of a sudden it changed. But anyway, okay, Drake, can you please explain your background with ETs? What exactly happened that brought him to have the knowledge of what is going to happen?
okay?
Or
Here's how it works. If you go into the future, you become sensitive up here to futuristic events that haven't happened yet. If you play with the timelines too much, you get the same result. That's what I screwed up on was that. Just that simple. However, all of the things that I have on that David Wilcock interview have been listed by several different entities that are going to happen. Mass arrests, reconfiguration of the government, fairness. Ooh, the whole 9 yards. So we'll see. I just
hmm,
report as accurately and as best I can what I get.
you're the
BT's,
messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, right?
yeah, I wouldn't. That might be painful. Most people don't know where to shoot somebody anyway. So yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Uh oh.
Will Trump be arrested?
No, they best not fool with that boy for several reasons. One, he's got the protection of some of ETs. He's got a system set up that will ruin the lives of those people who do such things.
Well,
About
somebody says I
cancer.
Somebody says, I totally skipped the question about Castro. You have no idea how fast these questions go by and how difficult it can be to try to catch them. I'm looking for your question right now, and I still haven't found it. So, is locked and loaded the appropriate. Okay. Well, I missed several questions here, Drake. I'll have to go back. But I'm not finding the
I
one.
am too. Here's one that says, I stopped watching Corey Good.
Yeah, we did that one. But do you see one
That's
about Castro? I don't see one about Castro yet. I still don't see it. Maybe, maybe you should.
martial law. Yeah, that's coming too.
Maybe
I'm
you
your
should.
huckleberry. Oh boy.
Well, I don't know what happened to. What's this question here? Like, are you aware of Pan's being that came in from Pluto by CERN? What? Do you hear that? Do you see that, Drake? Are you aware of the Pan beings that came in from Pluto by CERN?
Yes, I am. They don't mean much. You might hear them playing a little something or whatever, but other than that, nothing fantastic.
Here's a question
Let's see.
for you.
Question of humanity. Question of
It
Alex
was-
Jones. Did
Here's
you
one
already
for.
answer that? Huh.
Is it true that martial law will commence before November?
Yes. It's going to be a martial law of our choice, which is different than the imposition of a military justice.
Oh, is locked and loaded
Yeah.
an appropriate statement?
Well, I got a website called Church of the Muzzle Flash, so you can go figure.
Here, do you know this answer to this one, Drake? Is XUSD our new gold backed currency?
It's similar to that, but it's not the same thing.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I can't find
Oh,
that
there it is.
Castro question, so nothing I can do about
In
that.
Mr. Canada, when they will remove the fake Castro for good. Uh-huh.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah,
Good.
it's a fourth one, a third one from the top, fourth one.
Oh well, if you got it, just
Oops,
say
there
it.
it went. Castro is talking about is Trudeau. Well, Trudeau is in big trouble and it's getting deeper. Most of the people don't resent what he's doing. They don't like the attitude he's got, and he has received. This is why you haven't heard from him. He has received specific communication telling him to cut the crap or else, and that's a
Shut up.
quote. Well, when you have all of the people of a country signing on to a note like that, yeah, best pay attention. Now, Trudeau, if you want to keep your good health in one spot and not have the neighbors spread it, hang it in trees and whatnot, I would suggest that you resign and leave the country immediately, if not sooner.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Biden's going to have the same kind of note here in let's see, about 5 6 days.
Well, here's another.
Huh?
Wait a minute. There's a couple of them. Let me see what this one is. Drake, what do you think of Ismail calling out the Elena Denon being compromised? I don't really like to go into
You
other
get
people.
that's personal appearances by people that either do or don't know, and you don't know that they do or don't. So all of that stuff, I just trash it.
Yeah,
Don't
I
pay
don't.
no attention. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Kay said we were not going to have a fall. We're going to go straight into winter and stock up. Seems to me transition would eliminate the crazy weather and hoarding of food. I think Kay is staying in 3D. Oh, I know. You know who he's talking. You know who they're talking about.
I'm not going to
Well,
say that case full of horse hockey, but that particular pronouncement of not having a season is a little bit off. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, wouldn't it be safe to say after the transition happens, there's going to be a change in the
Oh
weather too?
man,
Maybe go
it's
back to
gonna
the
be
way it's
this is
supposed to
gonna be
be.
the most fun ride that you ever had on a roller coaster.
Oh, I see. Galactic Grape. That's a funny name. I like that. Galactic Grape. The Castro he is asking about is Trudeau. So, okay, we
Yes,
got that now. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
2 week vacation to
Okay.
Costa Rica. Well, just tell him to stay down there. You're
Hi
still
there.
gonna
Dot
get
Connector's not here today. So,
yeah.
but anyway. What do you think of the, oh, here's one for you. Here's one.
What?
What do you think of the global people's monetary system?
Well, that's
I
gonna
know.
be close to what we're gonna get. So enjoy. It's 10 times as secure as anything you got now, and the value doesn't fluctuate according to the whether or not the banker got any or not.
Oh, here's one for you.
Oh,
Did the resident pass away, and are they going to switch the batter like some other president?
uh,
Who's up to bat? Is the question.
well,
Reasonably speaking.
let's put it this way: our bozo in the White House would be lucky to make it through the end of his term, along with his good buddy Hee Haw. Um, did the resident pass away? No. And are they going to switch batters like some other president? No. What you're going to have is a total um, change from the present system, the game that we got now, to a totally different one. And I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Well, I was hoping it would be a constitutional republic, but I guess if we transition, I don't care what it is, it's going to be better.
Couldn't be too much worse.
Yeah, really.
Every dot out
Well, I've
today.
I've heard both about the resident passing away. I've heard that he passed away, and I heard that he's on life support. So I don't know which one it is, and what's really true or what's really not true. And we have to remember that this resident is an actor anyway. So that that throws a whole other curve into
Is
it.
that one of these whoopee moments where the finger goes around and around? Some I liked about old fashioned TV. They had a thing on there called Laugh In, and the two uh, brain damages that were in charge had an award they would give to certain people called the Flying Fickle Finger of Fate, and this is what it was. uh,
Hang
I think we need to give that award out this morning.
on one second.
What is your my most concern now? Ah, not going insane waiting for it to happen.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, is that not the truth? I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I feel like I said before we started, I feel like we're in a holding pattern. And of course, you brought up that you've been in that pattern for so long, it's hard to stand up straight, right?
Mhm. I used to check all of these conspiracy theories and fun and games that were going on, and one of the things I checked was Sandy Hook. There's got one here. I believe Alex no one died at Sandy Hook. Well, I'm going to ask a question for everybody. Go look at the school was closed and nobody was there. So how did all them people die? Whoops. Now you go look it up. I found it.
What did you say that again, Drake? I missed it. I'm sorry.
The school, Sandy Hook, was
Yeah,
closed when it was supposedly attacked.
exactly,
So
exactly.
how can all them people die? And I'll just leave you with the question. Look it up, everybody.
They
And then when
can't.
you find the truth, spread it like it's free beer.
And I can make it real easy for people out there. If you want to
Huh?
go, I can make it real easy for people if you want to go to a place where the research has already been done about all of that, and you can
Mm.
get all that information, and you can make it really easy. James Fetzer has made a um,
Get an extra
career
ray
out
on it.
of false flags and identifying and putting together committees of experts to analyze all the
See, you
data.
get two thumbs up.
And
That's all the thumbs I got.
yeah, and he definitely has an opinion on Sandy Hook because he actually got sued by one of the fake parents of one of the fake children that supposedly died, and went through a
Ooh,
fake court system that
ooh,
stood up for the official narrative. See, and that's what they do, and that's what the problem. And I can't wait for all of that to go down. But anyway,
ooh.
so Sandy Hook,
Can
yeah.
you put that? Can you put that in a little thing across the screen here? Is where to go, or who
Oh,
do you?
yeah, I can. Okay, James Fetzer.
People are in the chat at the
Um,
very least, because people are going to be wondering about that.
oh, yeah, well, I haven't got Quick Draw McGraw here. She usually does that so fast.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
James Fetzer is the name of the man.
you
Uh,
used to do there that was in
yeah.
FF Cabal, now using it to take down Alex Jones. Horse and pony shows. Oh, this bliss. Well, I see it. So I'm supposed to be serious all the time. Ain't no way, bud. Mm-mm. I got dropped on my head when I was little. I ain't been right since then. And Vietnam didn't help me at all. I got all screwy and shit. Ah,
All right, let's see. What did the San Diego was? An F false flag cabal.
when
Trying to
is
use it.
DEFCON 1? They
Trying
ain't
to
going
use
to.
it to take down. I'm sorry, Drake. They're using
Well,
Sandy Hook to try to
what?
take down Alex Jones. They tried to take down James Fetzer with Sandy Hook too. They're not going to be able to do it. They're not. They're going to try, but they're not going to be able to do it. The truth is coming out,
Did
and
you
it's
put
going to
that?
supersede everything else. What?
Did you put that across the screen somewhere?
This one here?
Was the cable to take down Alex's of Britain? Uh huh. I'm talking about the website or whoever to get in touch with.
Oh, James Fetzer. Yes, I did put
Yeah.
it.
The thing about it is that Alex Jones might like to find out some information from the man and smack him over the head with it.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's got it all
Yeah.
down.
Alex Jones did take my advice at one point. He had some people that sort of accidentally set fire to be a homie in Grove.
Oh,
Oops.
oops. What is the movie Dave? Fake President. Great
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I never heard of that. You've seen that, Drake?
Yeah, it
With
was I didn't bother.
oh, you didn't like it, huh? Okay, when is DEF CON 1? What is that? What's that?
Whenever I get my finger on the red button again. I used to have my finger on the red button and I was gonna fire the fireworks. DEFCON 1 you ain't gonna get to.
Oh, somebody's asking, did we just switch to a more positive timeline?
We're in the process of that switch over. You may already have gotten to a portion of it.
Oh, Nan says that Alex seems to have lost in court up to $4 million.
That's why you filed bankruptcy.
Well, and that was over Sandy Hook.
Yeah,
So the courts are upholding the official narrative of Sandy Hook
of
because
course. The courts are part of the
there's
problem. In case you
right, they
didn't
sure
notice,
are. Yeah, I did. Believe me, I noticed.
that's why I carry a gun with me at all times.
Oh, Kevin Kline plays the president Dave in that show in that movie. When wait a minute, here's a some. When do we look to Twitter? The storm is here from Trump. I've seen that said already.
um,
I don't know if it's official
it's
or
not
not.
going to be Twitter. It's going to be Trump's platform.
Social,
Yeah.
his social.
Mr. T said B or four again.
Well,
Said
wait a
I've
minute.
heard that there's going to be lockdowns all over the planet. Now, to go along with C-19, we got the monkeypox. Now, just for everybody's,
Be
uh,
careful. Be careful how you talk about this, Drake.
well, just for everybody's information, I ain't playing the know nothing game, but to help preserve this show, I don't mention specifics about certain things. I save that for my show. They can't cancel it. They've tried. Blog Talk told give two of them, not one, but two.
Well, we
Blog Talk.
certainly can say the same thing. We just say it a different way. Um,
Yeah.
and when you're talking about this, and when talking about monkeypox, that has been a side effect from this. So,
Ah,
and now they're telling you to take another one, and then there'll be
ah,
another one, and then there'll be
make it
another
worse.
one, and then there'll
See how
be
big we.
another one.
Let's see how big a pimple we can make here.
I mean, it's non-ending. Everything. If people haven't figured out yet that everything
I
they
have.
told them from the very beginning has been a lie,
Oh,
over
you know
and
what
over.
I would suggest would be to make sure that they got a case of monkeypox in their crotch.
Boy, oh boy. Now I heard, I don't know if you've heard anything about this or know anything about this, Drake, but I'm just going to throw it out there. I heard from a friend of mine that they were going to throw out, I don't think they have the power, but they were going to try to throw out another bioweapon this fall.
Ooh.
And then they were going to try to lock us all down and give us this.
They're going to take a thing at
So,
the thing and yeah, do it to us again. They're gonna. Well, anyway.
I didn't see that, did I? Okay.
I have a
Oh, here's
theme
one.
for monkeypox. Oh boy.
Here you go. Drake, would you know how to get on a list for the use of a med bed or med
Yeah,
beds?
I can tell you how that works. Your name, my name, and a whole bunch of people are already on a long, and I mean it's a long list. Now we have a mothership.
Did
Now,
you
what
put
is
me on the
it?
list?
Uh,
Did you put me on the list? I hope.
yeah, well, this is you're gonna like this. A mothership has the capacity of just about the full brunt of our military's capacity to carry things. Okay, now, so you're talking several million med beds that are going to be delivered very soon. Now, I'm not going to say when. They asked me not to say when, but very soon, and millions of them. Oh,
Well,
everybody, everybody can get the pimples took off.
okay. Now they can play this game with us, Drake, because they live in no time and we live in time. So
I did not mean
soon could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. So anyway, I'm just saying
it.
this.
Uh-oh, here's a good
Let's see
one.
what we got here. Here's one. Drake, our Mr.
Yes,
T said be or for lockdowns in Australia this month. Have you heard anything?
yes. Everybody that was locked down before is supposed to regurgitate locking down again.
Oh,
Everybody. Ooh. I
well,
was.
okay. What was this one? Let me see. They just tried to bankrupt poor Alex. They suck. Yeah, they do that. Um, they did that to Dr. Robert O. Young too. They've done everything they could to try to bankrupt him as well by getting him in court and making false charges and so on. They It's just terrible. This kind of stuff needs to come to an end, and people need to stand up for each other. Everybody wants to. I'm sick and tired of seeing people going, stand for, I stand for Ukraine. Well, you stand for your Ukraine. Have you even stood for your neighbor or your community? If you're not in your heart, you're not in the game, and that's
Oh,
a fact.
okay.
Anyway, let me
I'm
see what else
sorry.
we
I
got
didn't
here.
mean it.
I didn't mean it. Will it be okay to be in the cities at the event? Any thoughts in your opinion?
Nah, yeah, it'd be okay then. If you're caught in a city and you got no choice but to be there, I have suggested, and I will suggest again, get out of Dodge, go into the woods to a cabin or something, and wait until everything settles back down again.
Yeah, if you at all possibly can. Sometimes people just are stuck where they are.
Well,
You
that's
know.
true.
but you can survive anything. How much longer until the mainstream media admits Ukraine is a lost cause?
It's not a lost cause. We're putting lots of money in there. They can't lose. You've heard you've listened to mainstream media, obviously by the question. So that tells me that Ukraine is not as such a lost cause. Now that said, it's going to have to be cleaned up. So
It's like whatever the mainstream media tells you, it's just think just the opposite
or worse.
or worse. May the courts go to a holy awful place outside the creation. Yes, I would have to agree with that, Thomas. Don't
No,
you?
we're gonna shoot them, give them a one-way ticket on a rocket ship to the sun.
What about the enforcer that battles for us? What?
Ah,
Wait a minute. Here's this one. What's this one say? May the courts. Oh, I already. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
you already did that one.
I know, I messed up. Sorry. What about
Enforcer.
the enforcer that battles for us? Who is the enforcer? That sounds like a
Well,
Kim Guggen person. Who is the enforcer? I
I'm
want to
not
know.
going to say. All I can tell you is this: uh, Cherry Moan. If he gets in touch with one of us, I'll put the particulars out in such a manner that everybody can grab a hold of it and send him $5 or a can of beer or something of this nature.
To the enforcer? I thought the
Yeah.
enforcer. That's not Valiant Thor, is it?
No. So,
Okay, if you say so.
I'll tell you this much: one of his generals, sort of foreign courts in
Police
the
are stand. The police are a standing army that served a foreign court system, the British accredited register. That's the bar. Well, the bar is definitely a big problem. There's no doubt about that, and uh, it does do what you're saying, in my opinion. But anyway, that's an opinion stated. When something happens about that's a big problem. It's a
it'll
really
be
big
taken
problem.
care of. That's part
Good.
of the mass arrest.
Oh, goody. Okay, listen to him. Voice of freedom to. Oops. Who's that? Wait a minute. I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Must have been somebody before that I missed. Okay. Police.
Uh-oh.
Police are domestic terrorists in British Accredited Registry Bar Association. I would
Yeah.
tend to agree with you. Very much so. I've just had my own encounter just recently. So that shall be interesting to see the outcome. No contract, no jurisdiction, no regulation. And see.
This is going
Let's
to be
see.
interesting.
Is that is DeSantis prosecuting criminals at Gitmo?
No, he merely offers the charges and make sure that they get there.
Okay. Okay, here's someone. Will we be leaving Earth for the transition and live on Sirius 2? You must be B, where Trump is to be president. Will we be living here on a transformed Earth, or is there a pole shift driving us from Earth? Oh my God.
None of the
None of the above.
none of the above. Let's see here. The transition happens whether you're awake or asleep, and that's I don't know how that's determined yet. I'm gonna try to be awake. I want to see the psychedelic shows they're supposed to be having in both form, function, color, and any other way you can think of. And no, the people can confuse some things about all of this because of the sci-fi shows that have been on. This sci-fi is Hollywood, and they're known liars anyway. So there you go. And pole shifts have occurred many, many, many times and not done any damage at all, other
Okay.
than some poor mother flying an airplane and has an azimuth in a direction, and he's following along, and all of a sudden it switches 180 degrees. Now, what is he supposed to do? Follow the new rabbit. When you get a new white rabbit, you follow that dog. No big deal.
Okay, I was like, somebody's asking me. You should be able to do this yourself, but somebody's asking me about James Fetzer's specific website. I, mm, I don't know. Fetzer's homepage. I don't know if he has the same one that he always had, but I might have to add that later because it's you just need to um, keep looking. Let me say James Fetzer, and he's at the University of Michigan, I believe it is. Um,
Uh,
oh no, he's in the Floss. Wait a minute, in Minnesota, not Michigan, Minnesota. His homepage is well. This is I know
which
I've
one goes?
uh, there should be a different page than that. This isn't the page that I'm familiar with. But anyway, they take him down all the time. So um,
Who you talking about?
James
Fetzer?
Fetzer, yeah, and
Yeah.
he's really good. Yeah, and please everyone, just like Sue Ashwell says, hit those likes, everyone. It really does help. It helps the video get seen more and taken out, even though YouTube has a tendency to, you know, take the likes
Well, if you
back
can
off.
get, I'll tell you what, Gail. If you can get in touch with Fetzer, tell him to get in touch with me. You got my email address. Tell him to send me an email, and I'll turn him onto a thing where he can feel pretty sure that they won't be able to take him down.
Yeah, they've been after him for a long time,
I know.
um, and he's a good guy. And
Quantum
I
financial
just need
shake.
to have him on again.
August.
Here we
It
go.
won't, it won't be done until September.
Oh, James Fetzer has a YouTube channel. Doyle just said that. I
Yeah,
haven't. So could you put the link in there, Doyle, if you would, if you'd look up and copy and paste the link into the chat, and then everybody will have it, if you would.
yeah.
He has a
Uh-oh.
specific website I was looking for that I didn't see that came up right away, so I don't know. Has
Okay.
First of all, have there been planetary meetings on Jupiter, Drake? Do you know
Yes,
anything about that? There have.
yes. There's
Okay.
been several council meetings.
Yeah.
What you get is an auxiliary council meeting. So that's what happens. It's not an actual full fledged council meeting.
Okay. Apple should have become the world data standard as programming is simpler and more room for applications. Bill Gates was better with marketing. Well, Bill Gates was a thief too. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's a whole nother story. Uh, anyway, let's see. What do we got here? When is our Castro going, and why was he not? Has he not been halted for taking kickbacks from the jab? Who is the actor for the Pope? How many real people died in Sandy Hook? Nobody died in Sandy Hook.
Well, that's a loaded
Nobody.
question, ain't
Yeah, that's one. That's a whole bunch of questions.
it? There's a lot of things that you're going to be disappointed with. When is your caster going? Very soon. Why has not been halted to take kickbacks from the jab? Who is the actor? Oh, yeah. Well, every one of the politicians who agree to this stuff gets a kickback. So there's a whole bunch of them. Who's the actor for the Pope? A clone. You
Yeah,
can get.
or
Oh,
CGI. I heard they're using a lot of CGI, and we're thinking they're clones, and they're not even clones or masks. They're CGI because they look so real. Will senior citizens get their increased checks, or will we be able to cash in a Zim or a Bolivar?
um,
Um, they're talking about increasing Social Security, but we yet
yeah,
to see it.
yeah. They've been talking about that for a while, and if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But if it does, you can simply cash a check or have it direct deposited just like you have before. Simple enough.
Okay. Um,
Uh-oh.
Roofing plans to build a $700 million processing plant on 300 acres it purchased this year in North Dakota for 2.6 million. What's your thoughts? Who's foofing?
I don't like Chinese investments in our land.
I don't
One.
trust them.
Number two,
Shouldn't be
we should
allowed.
not be allowed to buy any farmland of any kind. It's not our fault they screwed things up and don't try to feed their people. And number three, take some of the money. I used to use this for a certain individual that was in charge of a country. Quit buying explosives, bullets, and military weapons, and buy some lunch meat and give it out to the people. Pretty simple. You take care of the people, they'll take care of you. You don't? Ooh,
There's
I
another
vote
one for you.
Trump. Yeah.
Will ET recruit the ones they want to manage the med beds?
Yes. And that will be largely the majority of the medical personnel we have now.
Okay, Seabreeze says that James YouTube has videos from 2 years ago. Well, Sandy Hook was how many years ago was that? Quite a few.
Oh,
And they got all the information on that many years ago. So just because they're 2 years old doesn't mean they're not relevant. And you may find specific information on there about his website and so on. So check that out too. Let me see, what do we got here? Best info for that is the original Mark Z. Um, is that for financial stuff? I'm thinking. I miss Trump. 10 Chinese. Here's one for you. Drake, I understand that General Flynn knows where the bodies are buried. What bodies were they talking about?
well, first of all, I'm not going to cause General Flynn to have to hide in a bunker because of something I answered like that. However, yes, he does. And only and him and there's an automatic deal on that. He knows where it's at, and if they screw with him, it automatically gets published, and they don't want that, so they're leaving him alone right now. And I think that's a nice way to change. Wait until the fun begins, man.
When is it going to begin here? Let's go here. Whoops, wait a minute.
I'm sure it's going to
Oh,
begin
wow.
myself.
Uh, wait a minute. Boom.
Leave it to ministers.
Drake, is our planet a lot bigger than we were told? And is there more land outside of the ice wall or the veil, whatever it is?
No.
No, what?
Is our planet a lot bigger than we've been told? There's more land outside it? No.
There's not
No.
more land outside of the veil and ice wall.
No.
What is that then? I've seen
What is
maps.
what?
What is that? What
That's
are
part of
those?
that's
Appears.
part of the flat Earth philosophy. And the problem with the flat Earth philosophy is that it won't ring true with any known physics. That's just how it is.
Okay. Well, I don't even like to get into that. Mega 8. What is Mega 8? And educate me because I don't know what the heck it is.
Oh,
Somebody's asking.
somebody
Yeah,
probably made it
Sandy
up.
Hook was a hoax. Are we in
Are we in
purgatory?
purgatory? I hope not. We got enough problems with 3D. Purgatory just make it worse. I get the feeling.
Okay, Mr. T said we're going to kick China out of Australia. Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
Uh, good luck with that.
Sandy Hook was a hoax. Whoops, yes, it
Yeah.
was fake. Yep, we came to that conclusion, and you can get more information on that from James Fetzer. Um,
Always grows. I made measurements and every week the planet is bigger.
Wait a minute. Here, somebody's got something to say here. Let's see what they're saying. Thank you for answering my earlier question, but I do not believe what the MSM says as you say. I am keeping track of their lies when they are saying Russia isn't making progress when that's untrue. Yeah,
Well,
it's the opposite of what they say usually.
there you go. What's this? Flat Earth doesn't follow fractal geometry that the universe is. Okay. Ah,
Uh, oh, here's now someone calling the Globe conspiracy the late Sandy Hook hoax. Look it up. Okay, I don't even. It's such a hot topic. I just don't even like it. I don't care actually. Um, Gates also bought a lot of farmland. He shouldn't be allowed to buy land either. He can't be trusted. It's obvious. He wants to depopulate, and he's made no bones about that.
uh-huh.
When you say the medical personnel we have now, what do you mean by that? What do you mean?
There are these dummies, and I mean that very literally. Fired a bunch of people that are qualified nurses and doctors and whatnot because they didn't want to take the shot. Well, now they're going to have them back. And the other part is that the people that fired them, they go to the end of the line. They get to stand there and suffer. Oh, I'm old and it hurts. Uh-huh.
Yeah, too bad you didn't think of anybody else when you had the opportunity. Um, let's see. What's this here? Is ET keeping a file on the medical personnel they
Well, of
have
course.
of interest?
Well, of course. ET's got files on things that they don't want you to know. Put it that way.
Somebody wants to know will there be any more lockdowns in Europe?
Yeah. You haven't seen, you haven't seen the last of that stuff, and the reason being is that some people have more control over things than others.
Oh, somebody said, don't trust any
Mhm.
doctors to manage a med bed. They're acting very skittish because they
Ah,
know they did wrong. Yeah, they
ah.
sure do know, but it is what
Well,
it
let's
is.
put it this way: we'll forgive you and allow you to have free treatments if you take up the job. Ain't that nice? What the
So
thing
all
is that?
Europeans are.
Prover proves. Really? Okay. Good
Well, I
luck with
don't.
that. Uh-huh.
Well, what the heck? All white people come from Hyperborea. We are special. Really?
Oh
Hmm.
boy.
Is that a this person, whoever this person is, that's saying about all white people? You're treading on thin ice. You may be eliminated from the chat any minute now. Um, the planet is growing larger.
Yeah. Show me. And I don't mean
Uh,
measurements. They can be falsified too easily.
do you believe in Hyperborea?
No. You're going to have people of all colors on every planet, no matter what planet you go to. This one, that one, or the other one. Um, you know,
The planet always grows. I made measurements, and every planet, and every week the planet is bigger. How do you make those measurements? I'd have to ask.
well, the manner of the measurement is the problem. The things that you're trying to apply don't apply to what you're measuring. Oops. Just say 11 inches when it's 11,000 miles.
Now we got something from here. Since Drake came up with planned restored republic, and the interview with David Wilcock about mass arrests.
Yeah, I
So what
did.
about yeah?
I didn't come
What's
up
your
with it though. Now you got to remember this. I told you I was told where to get it, and I went and got a copy of some pages of it and reiterated what I had gotten. Now I also went to a certain military base at the request of a certain high-ranking officer who asked me to come over and check this out, and I said okay. So I came over and checked it out, and he had several volumes about this big, about this thick, and well, it was probably 10 inches wide and 18 inches tall. There was about 7 or 8 of them. I didn't get to read them all, but I read enough of it to be able to do the Wilcock interview.
Okay. What is the name of the man in charge of special forces to Drake at Free Range, Gail of Gaia? I don't even know what. I don't even know how to. Do you have? I don't know if you have an answer for that, Drake. It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm gonna give him an answer. You want to talk to somebody? Talk to Lucor. He's gonna love this. Me and
Okay.
Lucor pick on people. Good luck with that, each other.
What did you mean by that? They're wondering what they didn't know what you meant by that.
Well, you got to remember how much the contracts are worth and what they are with China and other places. In order to get them out, you got to break all the contracts, every last one of them. You'll see what happens when you do that. China has over the centuries, because they're an ancient country, used most of the resources in fossil fuels. Therefore, woolly boogers, efflumps, and woozles when you tell them no, you can't have no more coal. Testalisty, huh?
What's that mean?
What's that mean?
Yeah, what's that mean?
Golden diggers, golden shovel.
What the heck is this supposed to mean? Is this somebody that wants to be?
Like the side bony.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know what it means. What sound of side bony are they talking about?
I don't know, but I don't think it's friendly.
Yeah, whatever.
So I put them in timeout. I can ax them. I can ax you for that totally, and I just might do that because that's not funny. Okay.
Wrong his channel. You good, huh?
What about this one? Why don't we hear any more about the Galactic Federation of Planets and Sunfire?
Well, Sunfire is out of commission. Galactic Federation of Planets is all well and good. We've got three groups that are doing this.
Will medbids happen by four transition to 4D? Will
As I understand it, they're being deployed presently as we speak in small numbers in specific places where they're most needed.
Okay, Drake. Here's one for you. Can you talk about the different councils that are deciding the very fate of our planet?
Oh, you've got the Galactic Council. Everybody knows about that. The next one up from that is the Galactic Confederation. That's multiples. Then above that, you have the Universals.
What
And
about the Council of Five? Where do they come in?
You got a group of six people. The Council of Five, the Council of Six, the Council of Nine. Okay, put them all together. Make it a Council of 12 or whatever you want to make it. The thing about it is that they are deciding the fate, not the fate of our planet as such so much as to how to go about things. That's the differential between what everybody puts out, all the lies and horse hockey, and what is really going on. These people are making sure the logistics are all the way they need to be, that the personnel are there to handle it, and that we are in a position to accept it. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, Sage needs a wrench. Yeah, I gotta be assigned a wrench. I might have to give you one as a fill-in when Christine can't make it, or the dot connector. Let's see. Oh, here we go. What's this one say? Here's one. Has the Cabal been defeated? Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much they have been. They don't. There's not much of them left in terms of they're about to lose the only finances they've got in the central banking system. So they're up. A creek with no boat, no paddle. I mean, going in the future, or are we still at war? We're still at war. It's going to be a while. And then you get all the takeouts that's going to happen. Do
Let's
I want
see.
to? I don't think so. You want to take a break instead, or
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
yeah, everybody can
Okay.
listen to your squirrely commercials.
Oh, thanks, Drake. I'm glad you said those early.
You
Uh,
would be amazed that there's two things that sell. One of them is sex. Everybody's aware of that and repetition and all. Yeah, okay, well, number
yeah.
two. This is the real freaky part. Something that's really funny that you look at and you just start laughing. You remember it and you start laughing. That sells even better. Now you know something about advertising.
Make people laugh. Alrighty
You're welcome.
then.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get. I got some drugs in my pocket.
Oh, look at that. He's so addicted. Gotta
Oh, I gotta have my
have
drug.
it.
I'll be back.
Alrighty then. Okay. So we'll shut you off. And we'll be back in a few minutes, everyone. I guess I could show you a silly commercial, but I don't think I will. Um, I guess we could do this one.
Free Range with Gail of Gaia is honored to be affiliated with MyNutra, makers of hemp paste. Hemp paste is a whole food product that still contains most, if not all, of the terpenes, phytonutrients, essential elements, and CBDs of the raw hemp plant. CBD oil manufacturing methods strip away living essential elements, leaving only one, a dead CBD oil. CBD oil alone simply cannot support the entourage effect that occurs when hemp pastes essential nutrients go to work to support your optimum health. Almost 200 terpenes and over 500 other phytonutrients work together with a synergistic effect that simply doesn't happen with CBD oil alone. Visit hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com to learn more. And be sure to check out the impressive array of hemp-enriched products while you're there. That website again, hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com.
Okay. Somebody just complimenting my hair, your side ponytail. Oh my God. I thought you was being. I don't even want to tell you what I thought. It's not cool. But anyway, that's funny. So thank you for telling me that. Silly me. We'll be back in a few minutes. He's back. Alrighty then. Here we
Whenever
go.
it says that, it reminds me of a little girl in a certain ghosty movie in front of the TV. And she turns around and says, "They're back."
Yeah. I gotta send Sage a wrench. She was trying to help in the chat. I don't know exactly. I gotta figure out how to do that. I don't remember how to do that because Christine actually did it. But Sage, we'll get you a wrench. Oh, see, somebody said this is Nan Sherelle. She may help me too. She likes the graphic. I wanted a medal for being loyal, a loyal fan of Drake since the
Oh,
David Wilcock interview.
she, it can get me all warm and fuzzy inside.
Well, why don't you
Um,
try to get a hold of David Wilcock and see
I'll
if
see
he'll
if he
do a
wants to be
show
on
with
the
us?
show. I've been asked that
Yeah,
several times. He might like it. We'll see.
we'll have fun. We'll let him be the star of the show. No, I mean, yeah, that would be cool if he was.
Instead
Anyway,
of seeing doom and gloom about loss, I just start to
what was that one?
get
Here,
on
let
most
me see.
whiteheads. Yeah.
I just start going through and getting rid of damage and the discoveries of Phenomenon, studio brushes, paints, canvases got zapped. Huh. Okay. Not sure what that
Uh-huh.
all means. Um, is Elon Musk working with the White Hats?
Yes.
But I wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw him. But that's just me. I have a right to my opinion. He's just too. I don't like his Neuralink. I think he's too transhumanistic for
Uh-oh.
me.
Drake and
And
Tanath for a show. Uh-oh.
well, I'd have to. Have you talked to Tanath recently?
Yeah. Talk to her just about every day.
Really?
Yeah. We're good friends. We have been working with ET in varying capacities since 2009. Okay.
I didn't know if they were still active. Was Charlie Ward killed? Do you know anything about that?
I hear all kind of rumors and whatever. Somebody needs to contact Charlie Ward and ask him if the reports of his death are over exaggerated.
Okay, ask Woodcock why he hung out at Epstein Island. I don't remember.
That's a good question, isn't it?
That's very interesting. I didn't know he did, actually.
Musk is a cyborg, huh?
Yeah, did you hear that? Perez says Musk is a cyborg.
Well, all you need to do is pull out his battery pack, and he
And then
just
you
flop.
know. Oh yeah, here's the one about Ken Dunn said that Charlie Ward was killed and Simon Parks and Mel K were arrested and sent to Gitmo. Is it true?
That could be. Um,
Why would
Kent
Mel K be arrested?
Kent Dunn does get information I don't. Charlie, who can't be arrested?
Mel K. What would she be arrested for?
Well,
I don't know. I never did like her though. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know why, but I
okay.
just didn't listen to her, and I don't know anything in particular. So what that's all
Okay.
about, I don't know. Do you know her?
Nah, I know of her.
Yeah,
I'm not
same
going to
here.
get into particulars because there's a whole bunch of stuff up in the air about different people right now. Community networks and United Networks
Wait a minute, where'd
reporting.
this go?
Huh.
Drake, what's your take on community networks and United Networks reporting? Oh, United Networks reporting. You're talking about Kim Guggen. That's who.
Who?
Kim Guggen.
Oh, okay.
That she has United Networks.
What you'll find is that there's a lot of this stuff is uh, made up to get notoriety or 5 minutes of fame or whatever. You have to understand that everybody, all of the networks, seem to be guilty of that. accepting this one and mine.
Okay, somebody said that they really like Mel K. I just haven't listened to her much. And she does have a loud and pushy voice. Maybe that's something.
I can
But
be like
anyway.
that if I snuggle up to the microphone and talk loud.
Okay, Speak Project 2 is United Network is the back system trying to get control of the front system in the hands of Khazarian Mafia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, follow your heart and what resonates. I couldn't give better advice than that.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel K is a New Yorker. That explains a lot, doesn't it? I'm sure she's a good researcher. I just don't know
Even
much
silly
about her.
shit, huh? Yep. Everybody seems to think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be a large network of different types of websites. What was your website address? AmericanNationalMilitia.com. It's the only one I maintain. Other than the Church of the Muzzle Flash, which is a joke. It's got a church made out of bullets. I mean, it's some people like it.
Hmm. Okay, what do we got here? Nan. Did you see the video of Brandon talking over 30 seconds with brown eyes wide open without a blink?
Yes. Whoa.
Who's playing him now?
I can do that if I use toothpicks to hold my eyes open.
It was mentioned that the astral realm was compromised. Has it been secured? Is it okay to try to astral travel again?
Everybody needs to go out there and do their best in terms of astral travel and influence for the light. That's the basic answer to that. The compromise never took place.
Oh, I guess Mel K used to work for Trump a long time ago. I guess that gives you
Yep.
a little bit of pull, doesn't it? Um, okay. All in the family.
What's it? What do we owe?
Okay, let's see what do we got here. You can take New York out of the person, but you can't take the Jew out of Mel.
Oh
Israel
boy.
is humanity's enemy. All right, Killer Bee. I know where you're coming from. I can't comment either, but I'm smiling. Okay, what's this one say? Stay in J Thought 320 close to your heart and let the astral slide for a while. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Ah, come on, get me out
Jimmy
of there.
big deals with the white hats.
Yeah,
A
that's what I
bunch
was
of
trying to find. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, there's a consensus between what has happened and what is to happen. That the white hats are in charge, and we go from there. 9 gate and 8 what's the best
Okay.
way?
What's this one here? Yeah. What is the Lions Gate on 8 and what is the best way to prepare? It's the Lions Gate's already open. I thought.
Yeah, it is. And the thing about it is that it won't close until it's closed by ET, and go from there.
Here's one for you. Drake, is it true a deal made with the cabal so they would not release another bioweapon on humanity?
Oh, they
Really?
try anything to stop that. And the reason they're trying to stop that is because they're dealing with the military industrial complex, and it's rather large and well financed. So, they don't want all our laboratories blown up, but they're getting blown up anyway. And,
Hmm.
it's not going to get better for them, it's going to get worse. The things that you have heard that are adverse, that are not really uh, something you would want to see, you're liable to find that there is a uh, general consensus to be on the right side, on the correct or winning team. That's why so many people are switching from one political aspect to another, and they see things that most people don't see, simply because they pay attention to it. Okay.
Okay, let's see what else we got
Yeah.
here. Here saying Elon says we are living in an AI simulation. David Icke's been saying that for years. Are we? Who created the AI and who is doing the simulating and why?
Oh, well, now you heard of the movie The Matrix, and if you didn't watch it, you need to. Okay, now you want to get into the gist of it. We are all figments of each other's imagination. Aboard a super ship, hurtling through space at the speed of light and above. And so, as figments of our imagination, you should be able to take that dreamscape and do anything you want to with the individual.
Do you have any comments? I heard Taiwan was just as bad as Ukraine. Is there truth in that, Drake?
Depends on how you look at it. The criminal elements involved in all of these problems have pretty well infiltrated everything. And so Taiwan is George Soros still alive so far.
Well, I heard he was hung. I heard he was.
If he comes into range, he's in trouble with me.
I heard he was hung in Gitmo already, so I don't know. Obviously, you didn't hear that.
And I didn't get to watch. Fool.
Yeah, I just heard that. I don't know. I have no way of confirming it. So
I would just love to be able to watch some of these people that are supposedly being executed at Gitmo. I'd just love to be able to watch their neck get stretched like a long rubber band. That'd make my day.
I don't think I want to see it, but I'd be happy to have some of them gone. Are the current autos going to 4D? I hope not. Please elaborate on how we transition our transportation.
Everything goes. But whether they'll still be useful is questionable. I'm in the process of doing both a setup on a laboratory and laboratory experiments as we speak. Remember that energy device? Well, it's very real and works for just fine. I just want to get it up off the ground. If I get it up and running, that means that businesses, small towns, they won't have to put up with the electrical grid anymore. Ooh. You want to take it further? You can put a small unit in a vehicle and you don't ever got to recharge nothing. Think about it.
Wow, look at this. Cash with workshops worldwide and centers in Arizona, Linz, and Tehran has free energy teleportation and healing technology presented to all governments. Geez, when will the people get? We can't trust our governments. I don't think there's a government out there on the whole planet that can be trusted.
I'll agree with that totally. I
Thank
think you hit the nail on the head with a big hammer.
So anyway, okay, what's this one? Can you recommend the calmest place after revaluation of our currencies? The calmest place.
The calm will come from the reassurance and the proof. Each individual will play with it, finding that it is the structure that gives the peace. Because once you realize it's secure, oh, that takes a load off.
We must have sensed I was thinking about closing down because now a bunch of questions come in. Will we have a currency after the flash or money? Will we, after the solar flash?
Yeah. Okay. You got a new gold colored, and it's actually got gold in it, currency that's in paper form.
Well, here Conspiracy says something like 18 government heads have stepped down lately. So it's clear something is happening. They're doing it all behind the scenes. They're not putting it out in the public eye yet. And that's when the emergency broadcast system is supposed to come into play. Once that does, they're supposed to have had recordings of confessions of all these different so-called leaders that were betraying their people all along.
Hmm. And it's
That
you
should be.
when these people step down, they take a big chunk of treasury if they can with them.
Yeah.
Bone chipper.
Somebody says that they even I can't even imagine that. You know what I think of? That reminds me of where they have these companies and they take these little baby chicks, the boy chicks, and they throw them in a grinder. It's so disgusting.
Crunch.
It's just awful. I
Uh,
don't know how anybody could do that, but they
they
do.
would use something. They would use something like a roller for asphalt and spread eagle you out there and run over it a few times. See if you.
Oh, what's this one here? Hey, it was said China Joe was on life support since last weekend. Is that true? I heard that
Possibly.
too. I've also heard that he's no longer with us, but how can you prove anything? Oh boy, there
Uh,
again, I'm thinking
there would
for
be
you.
good. Will it be necessary after the flash? See that one?
uh,
To
what
audit
will be
all your.
necessary? I guess I don't see it yet. Here, I must have passed it. Well, this one. Wait a minute. Will it be necessary after the flash to audit all the corrupt areas like education, government, religion, medical science? I'm just hoping when the flash comes, all the records just disappear.
No, no, no.
No.
All the records are going to be maintained. They are always maintained. He keeps them. Now, here's the thing: a lot of this edu, gov, relig, med, science, and all the horse hockey goes. The
Because
truth
they
comes in and replaces it.
because they were businesses. They weren't actually got a lot of them were a business for profit, and people didn't know it. They
Well,
thought they were government.
if you didn't do it right, you go. Period.
Okay, let's see.
Fiery Phoenix and the family I'm a part of.
No, I don't know if you can interpret this. Whoops. Where? No, that's not the one I wanted. Here it is. Drake, what about marauders?
We've taken them almost all of them out, and the rest of them are afraid to show themselves for fear of getting zapped. Just that simple.
Okay. All
Talk
right.
about a
Let's
fiery
see.
phoenix and the family I'm a part of.
Oh, that's what I heard about the Flash. Okay. Oh, one more question here, and then I think we're going to call it a night. Drake, will
Okay.
any of us have to go through a memory wipe of any kind?
No, your memories, the memories that need to be attended to, will be changed or altered to a positive bent.
Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't what I wanted
I don't know
either.
about that last one yet.
Let's see. Do you agree that big farmers are enemy combatants due to the jab terrorist attack on humanity?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, I do.
give them a jab.
Uh,
I can't say that.
let me see. What was this one? What form of justice would we employ during the interim common law amongst locals and define justice? Yeah, that's a big problem there. Things
All
they
coming.
made things crazy. Um, hmm. Okay.
I was going right above that. Will Trump be back before the flash? Even the structure of the government is different. Yeah.
Okay. Um, last time I'm in Missouri for the summer and back, maybe to Arizona. What's that for?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I was
Anyway.
I was talking about the one underneath it, David Anthony.
Oh, Drake, can you talk about being that one? Can you
Phoenix.
talk about being a fiery phoenix in the family I'm part of?
Yes, I am a fiery phoenix. I am also the white dragon. I am also supposed attached to certain things that won't come up until the transition itself hits the fan. Those things are all of the things I talked about with David Wilcox and more. So, my suggestion is to fasten your seatbelt and get ready for a fun ride on a roller coaster.
Oh, okay. Well, when will the
What do you think?
What are you, yeah, we're gonna shut down here in a minute. One last one. This question: when will the you know what program be shut down worldwide?
About the same time as we transition.
Yeah, I heard that they're actually waiting for them to declare a everybody has to get this,
Well,
and
that
then
may be a part of the thing. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things going on, and some of them have to be adjusted at the point when it takes place, and that would be,
yeah.
that'd be pretty accurate.
You know, it's kind of funny too. I was always thinking London Bridge when they were talking about London Bridge. I immediately, of course, thought about London over there, you know,
Yeah.
across the sea. And there's a London Bridge right here in Arizona. So that kind of blew me away. But okay, here's one more. When can we see those free energy devices for the public?
When I get mine built, I'll get with Gail and we'll have a show. How's that? I'll just simply explain it to you. It operates off of dark energy, which
Oh,
is a dark
look
matter.
who look who just popped in just when we're getting ready to close down the show.
How about that?
Yeah, we're
I
about ready
mean,
to shut her down. But I'm glad to have you here. We missed you. Sage was filling in for a while.
ah.
My spiritual
Oh boy.
white my spiritual white boy account is active.
How do we find David?
Find David.
David who? David Wilcock? You want
David.
David on YouTube? You want David Wilcock? You go to divinecosmos.com.
Yes, and tell him to come on the show with Drake and I.
Yeah, we'll just have a great time. We'll pick on everybody.
Well, we'll say hi, Dot Connector, but we're going to have to go because I think we're pretty much out of questions, aren't we, Drake?
Yeah.
Anyway, alrighty. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for all your wonderful questions. Thank you, Drake, for your
You're
wisdom.
welcome.
And thank you, Dot Connector. We did miss you. Many people were asking, where's Dot Connector? So anyway. So you're loved and missed when you can't make it. But we all have our different things that we got to do. So anyway,
Okay.
thank you, everyone. Peace, harmony, and love to you all. And be kind to someone. Make someone's day. Thank you, Drake. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Stay in your heart. Stay in your heart.
We'll stand. We'll stand. We will stand. Standing tall and standing.